The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
How much did he give up on the other side?
This is cool. There's the boat. This is cool. I'm taking pictures. Are you taking pictures?
Where the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
Good picture.
Oh well, I feel so good today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We just touched ground on an international runway. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Took a plane back home from overseas to the USA. Yeah, yeah. New York, Los Angeles, oh how I yearn for you. For you, for you, for you. Detroit, Chicago, Chattanooga, Baton Rouge. For you, for you, for you. Got a long just to be at my home back in Old St. Louis. Yeah, yeah. Did I miss the skies? Did I miss the long freeway? From the coast of California to the shores of the Delaware Bay. You can bet your life I did till I got back to the USA. Yeah, yeah. Looking hard for a guy and searching for a pony cafe. Look, where a hamburger sits on an open grill night and day. Look, yeah, and the jukebox is jumping with records back in the USA. Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad I'm living in the USA. Yes, I'm so glad I'm living in the USA. Anything you want, we got it right here in the USA. Yeah, yeah. We're so glad, we're so glad, we're so glad, we're so glad. Oh, we're so glad, we're so glad, we're so glad, we're so glad. Anything you want, we got it right here in the USA.
Are we getting in?
The third floor, there's more stuff in there.
Illinois.
I want to get one of those when I can go when I'm 16 years old.
Yeah, this is your car. Yeah, the steering wheel is weird.
It's not new.
This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. I've roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. And all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. When the sun came shining and I was strolling, and the wheat fields waving, and the dust clouds rolling, and the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on the sign it said no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. That side was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. In the shadow of the steeple, I saw my people. By the relief office, I've seen my people. As they stood there hungry, I stood there asking, is this land made for you and me? Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can ever make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me.
Yeah.
Look at the back of this. Beautiful. Very hard.
They have seatbelts. I found one with seatbelts.
Seatbelts? That's only the waist though.
That's like 80. Like, actually, did it tell me? 85. Charlotte, you remember those license plates? From 1985.
Wow.
I remember those license plates.
Angel wants one of these. She wants one. I said, you want one? Angel, this one don't have one. Seatbelts. you find one with seatbelts.
I was going to point out, give me that one.
By the way, you're going to have to piece together these pictures to group the same vehicle together.
Yeah, some of them are opposite sides. I seen that.
I'm right behind you.
What kind of car is that? What is that?
Scout.
Scout? $52? No seatbelts though.
I know.
I know.
This came from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Museum.
Red riding to the car. See? Red.
It is now. Here's your back seat, Angel. That's a single. Oh, I'm too old for that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Act like you're driving.
Yeah, come on. You want to drive today, right? You know your nose, man, when you were sticking on your middle finger? No, not very.
Corvette. No, it's a Corvette. Corvette.
Looks license plate.
No seatbelts.
Imagine the work you do to get your license plate changed out.
You have to unscrew all that.
There's a cover over the license plate.
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I think that's probably from aerodynamics. Angel. Look like
I mean, that is, to me, 3/4 of building vehicles is nothing out of the ordinary. But then the great elevators. Well, it's big enough that you can get two trucks or cars in great elevators. This thing. Oh, that's all. Still usable.
I didn't get these cars though. He didn't go through here. Me and you did.
look at the engine. Listen. This ain't forever.
In 1937, this small northeast Indiana city was, for more than 60 years, home of a variety
Oh,
of
there's a tree on both sides.
some reached national fame, while others remained regional.
They put them here.
Oh, so you can see.
Basically, that's what this was. Look how big the muffler is. I think that's a muffler.
What's a muffler? That?
Is it a muffler?
Oh, that, yeah, that is.
Oh, look, that's
Hey, Wesley, that's quite a car there.
It is.
Wow.
We are here at the car show where you guys saw all these come down the street.
Yep. And look, this one says supercharged. Wow. So it's one of the fast ones.
And there's even
over here we have the vent. You open this vent here and you can get the air coming into your car, or you can close the vent. I wonder if the water kind of comes in the car when you have that vent open. So you maybe have to close it. Look at this big horn here along your side. Wow. These cars are so heavy, you know. They don't make cars like that today. Just look at the inside of the door. Look how thick that is. See that? Real thick.
So between 1900 and 1937, there were about 16 different automobile manufactured here in Auburn, or that were directly associated with the city. And they include, you will hear some of these, you will recognize some of them, most you won't. They're the Auburn, the Black, the Cord, the DeKalb, which is our county name, the DeSoto, the Duesenberg, the Eckhart, the Handy Wagon, the Imp Cycle Car, the Kiblinger, the McDowell, the McIntyre, the Model, the Nyberg, the Union, and the Zimmerman. And we have examples of some of these up in our museum on the second floor. Many of these, they're just not in existence anymore. So if you turn to the first page, that's the Charles Eckhart family. And our first stop is going to be the site of the Eckhart Carriage Company, which later evolved into the Auburn Automobile Company, and it was founded by Charles Eckhart. He was born in 1841 in Germantown, Pennsylvania, and he attended school for only 1.5 years. So he quit school at the age of 8, and he went into the yarn spooling business with his dad. So he continued working there until he was 15 years old, and then he became an apprentice to a carriage maker in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. He learned how to make carriages and buggies, and then he became employed as a carriage maker in Hilltown, Pennsylvania. And a year later, that employer failed, and Mr. Eckhart purchased the stock, and he continued that business. At that time, he was only 18 years old, and he had 10 years of working experience. In 1860,
Wesley Park and John Howe together, but John Howe did not stay involved very long. And Wesley Park's original home, the ground zero of Auburn, is at the corner of 4th and Main, or 4th and Cedar. Sorry. 4th and Cedar Street. Cedar Street was originally Main Street, Union Street was originally East Street, and Main Street was originally West Street, but they shifted not long after Auburn was established.
Okay, ahead we're going to be crossing over Cedar Creek, and that runs through the middle of Auburn north and south. It was near this intersection. Was the son of the manufacturer of the Imp cycle car and the McIntyre automobile. Over here on your right is 712, the White House. A.L. Murray lived there, and he owned the Double Factory Tire Company. And of course, another company that would have been very necessary and popular, because all these cars being built needed tires. That later became the Auburn Rubber Company, and they manufacture Auburn rubber toys, which I'll bet that you probably played with when you were a little kid. I remember playing with things like this in the sandbox at home. So if you look real close, it will have the Auburn stamp, so I'm going to pass these around. But they're highly collectible.
Mr. Murray transferred the company from the tires to making toys when he took a trip to England, and he brought back a toy tin soldier, and that was his inspiration to shift to making toys.
I didn't know that. And this would have been all rural. So when I say country estate, back then it was a country estate. And so he came here, he boosted sales. One of his great ideas, and it proved to be successful, that got rid of their unsold inventory. They were just sitting in the field, all these cars. All those bright colors that you see are actually true colors. And that was his innovation. So, you know, your neighbor comes down the street, they have a dark Ford, a Dodge, you know, they came in black, navy blue, brown, and all of a sudden you get to have one of these bright cars. So yeah, what car do I want? You know, and he did that belt line, that was that contrasting color. So sales just shot through the roof. And he was savvy enough that instead of taking full salary, he made a deal with them for stock, and within 1 year he almost had full control of the company. So John, you want to talk more about him? He wasn't here in Auburn very long.
He wasn't here very long, and like Mary said, He was recruited by the Chicago gang that acquired the company from the Eckharts because he was gifted in sales and marketing, and he started to assemble his team like Roy Faulkner that he recruited from Pierce Arrow, Buffalo, to be his vice president of sales to also kind of help implement his strategies and goals. Beyond Auburn's time here, he also had an interest in aviation and mining, and right behind the house over here, he established the first Auburn airport. So that's where the airport was, where Reiki Park is located today, and had his own private hangar and airplane, and he continued to pursue that interest in aviation after Auburn with Century Airlines that became known later on as American Airlines. The Cord Corporation, during the time at Auburn Cord Duesenberg that he had control of the company, also acquired Stinson Air, which was another early major aviation pioneer too. So his first wife actually passed away during their time here in Auburn, and he remarried again by the time that they left the city and moved to California. So there's kind of, Mary's husband did a lot of research on Cord, and there's kind of, a lot of different information out there that people either are fascinated by the guy and his career, and you can't deny that he had a very interesting and fascinating career in terms of being involved in politics and ranching and being on the cover of Time magazine twice during his career. But at the same time, a lot of folks in Auburn.
This is E.L. Cord here. He moved out west
to Nevada.
And actually, what now is known as Beverly Hills, got into land development, mining,
entertainment. Yeah.
He was big time. He was a senator, but yeah, here he is with JFK.
So, but a lot of people in Auburn that were left behind with the company were not necessarily.
Auburn Cord Duesenberg, when you mentioned a whole number of automobile manufacturers that were here,
the
like
big
DeSoto,
the big three, and well, some of those were actually the brands produced by the bigger three companies in town. Like the Imp was actually manufactured by the McIntyre Company. The DeSoto was actually manufactured by the Zimmerman Company. So some of those that Mary mentioned were actually some of their brands or their products that they produced, but they kind of had their name of their own. Like the Union Automobile was actually a joint venture between Auburn Automobile and Zimmerman Automobile for a couple years to try making a car together.
So over here on your right, this building that they're doing some kind of restoration that's pretty recent. This was another where the L29 Cords were made. The early Auburns were made here, and then they moved production because they just couldn't handle the volume here. They moved production of those south to Connorsville, Indiana, and that was like the 34, 35, 36 Auburns. And in some of the research with Cord, his idea was that he wanted to build some housing for the employees, and he went to the city with this idea. And I don't know why they turned him down, said no. So he had to go to Connorsville. So I just think about that, and I think, what if they would have agreed, would have kept all these people employed here, and our town would have been larger. So I don't know their reasoning. Sometimes our city government kind of still acts like that. I don't know where it's changed, but shame on me for saying that, but. So just a few years ago, this Collection Conservation Center was built. We have a group of retired guys, they're called the Pit Crew, and they get together on Monday. Their first objective is who brings the donuts. Second is where are we going to eat lunch. See, you probably know some of the Pit Crew. And third is what car are we going to work on today. So it's a great group of guys. They have this camaraderie. They are bringing in some younger guys because they don't know the skills, so you got to learn that. But the cars that they're working on, they were trying to work on in the back here. So the first fundraising went to this building here, and they have a great spot there now. But that building, if you look to the back, that was the Cord building. So after the company went out, this building was used for many, many different businesses. Nobody really put money in it to keep it preserved. If you look on page 26, you could actually see there was a machine, some kind of a manufacturing, and they had these machine bolted down to the floor. And if you go in there and look, right, here's the window, right here, and look down on the floor, it's a beautiful terrazzo floor, but you can still see the bolt marks where these machines were bolted into the floor. They're currently in a fundraising campaign to redo the showroom and take it back to its original colors. It's Art Deco. I love the cars, but I think that my favorite thing is just looking at the Art Deco of that building. We have several universities, their graphic design programs come. We don't have several universities here in the Fort Wayne area, that they come here with their students just to observe the building and the Art Deco. Back here, that little gray building with the red door, that was the only original building left of the original Eckhart Carriage Company where we first started out, and they moved it here. And if you get a chance, you can go in there, and it has buggies that the actual buggies were manufactured here in Auburn. And they have a fake horse with one of them. It looks kind of creepy, but anyway, I'm just saying that. So, a little tiny building. This building up here on the right, that was the power plant. It provided power for many businesses. I hope it can be saved. Our mayor wanted it to be torn down a number of years ago. We had a fellow from Fort Wayne that has the skill, has the knowledge, he has a vision. He wants it to be a vintage motorcycle museum, which I think would be a great fit here, but he does not have the funds. And right now, it needs funds. He put in new windows, he put a roof on it, and he's kind of at a standstill. So I don't know what's going to happen with that property. I hope it is going to be saved. It would make a good brewery. It would make a good restaurant. There's a lot of things that could go there. On your right, the building that has Auburn on it, that again was a building left over from the manufacturing company, and the city owns that, and that's where they store their sand for our winter weather. You haven't eaten here, Brown House, that's an icon. It just sold. The Armstrong sold it. They've had it for years. And a young couple that were born and raised here just purchased it like a month ago. So that's neat to see, and they have a lot of social media going on. I just saw somebody said, oh, you got to get the pineapple milkshake. And I'm like, eh. And everybody's like, yeah, it's the greatest. So, Coney dogs. I'm not a big fan, but everybody goes there for Coney dogs. Does anybody have any questions? It's kind of a lot of information.
Hey, how are you, Wesley?
Doing fine.
Is this your show?
Yeah, can you tell us about your show?
I'm Tony from Mastication Station, and we're here at the Lighthouse Community Center having some hot dogs and some games. There's face painting, and there's cornhole, and Wesley's here, so how could it not be fun?
I know.
So, and there's petting of animals, too. There's an alpaca and a sheep and a goat and a horsey and people.
Yeah.
People that you can feed too. So. All right, well, you have a good time. Go mingle and see what else is going on, okay?
That's what I'm doing.
You got it.
Thank you.
In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime, strolling through the shady lanes, everything is fine. Flying kites are so much fun. Hold on to your line. Let the wind guide the way in the good old summertime. Wow, look at how high those kites are. Let's dance around. Thank you. In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime, play hide and seek with all my friends. Let's see who we can find. You look here and I'll look there. Victory is mine. Hide and seek is so much fun in the good old summertime.
galaxy. It's a spiral of stars called the Milky Way. And the bright stars shine all around, all around. And the bright stars shine all around. In among the stars of that galaxy is our solar system, where 8 planets spin. The planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. In the middle of the planets shines a burning sun. The sun's our own star, a bright blazing ball. The sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. And around that sun orbits our blue earth, blue from the water that gives us life. The earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around. And around that earth orbits a moon, turning every month, tugging at the tides. The moon around the earth, and the earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around.
Look at all the stars! Whoa! Asteroid belt! That looks like a shooting star. It must be a meteor. I think I can see Jupiter's moons. Wait, that's not a moon. It's a satellite. Is that a black hole? Whoa!
Down on the earth, we watch the sky. The twinkling stars wink down at us. The stars in our eyes, and the moon around the earth, and the earth around the sun, and the sun in the middle of the planets that spin in the solar system, in the galaxy, where the bright stars shine all around, all around. Where the bright stars shine all around.
It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living for the first time. Finally living for the first time. It's like I'm living